Every cruise ship is hiding an entire world that passengers never see, from hidden corridors running the length of the ship to secret armies working through the night to make your holiday look effortless. These are 7 secrets cruise lines quietly hope you never notice, and the first one begins in a place the crew calls I-95. Beneath the polished decks and bustling promenades, every modern cruise ship contains a hidden backbone known among crew as the I-95. This is not a road, but a crew-only corridor that stretches the entire length of the ship, running from the forward bow deep into the aft. The nickname, borrowed from the famous US interstate, captures the pace and purpose of this passageway. It is the main artery for everything the guests never see. On ships like MSC Seaside, Royal Caribbean's Oasis class, and Holland America's Koningsdam, the I-95 links laundry rooms, storage lockers, crew quarters, and the engine room. It is engineered for speed and efficiency. Turnaround days, the brief windows when one set of passengers disembarks and another arrives, see the corridor transformed into a hive of activity. Luggage carts line the walls, each one tagged and sorted for thousands of cabins. Crew teams, guided by a logistics supervisor, move baggage, provisions, and linens on electric trolleys along this hidden highway, avoiding public spaces entirely. Industry claims suggest that up to 15,000 bags may flow through the I-95 on a peak turnaround, funneled through just 2 reinforced service doors at either end of the ship. While official numbers are rarely published, port records for ships like Holland America's Eurodam confirm that even a typical turnaround involves moving thousands of bags in a matter of hours. The choreography is precise. Each cart is tracked, security checks are routine, and the entire operation is timed to the minute. For passengers, the I-95 remains invisible by design. Its existence ensures that the public decks stay serene, while below, a complex logistical ballet unfolds. This engineered separation is the reason embarkation feels seamless, and why the ship's public face never betrays the scale of what is happening just out of sight. Ocean water becomes drinking water on every voyage, thanks to a pair of powerful reverse osmosis plants hidden deep within the ship. Each unit processes up to 600 tons of seawater per hour. Together, they can produce around 3,000 tons of fresh water every day, enough to supply every cabin, restaurant, galley, and laundry room on board with capacity to spare. This is not a backup system or a luxury, it is the lifeblood of the modern cruise liner. The process starts when seawater is drawn in through intakes in the hull. It passes through a series of filters and is then forced at high pressure through specialized membranes that remove salt and impurities. The result is pure, clear water that meets strict ISO 22,000 food safety standards and matches the World Health Organization's guidelines for drinking water. Every batch is tested by onboard labs and often by third-party inspectors. The ship's chief engineer, whose logbook records every hour the system runs, will tell you. The water from your cabin tap is the same as what is bottled and sold in the ship's shops. There is no hidden difference, just different packaging. For guests, this means there is no need to worry about the safety or taste of tap water on board. Choosing tap over bottled is not just safe, it is a small, easy way to save money throughout your trip. The desalination plant runs quietly, out of sight, but it is one of the reasons a cruise ship can cross oceans and still feel like a luxury hotel at sea. Aboard many ships, a quiet world of complimentary perks waits just out of sight. In Holland America's Explorer's Lounge, guests who know to ask can receive a plate of hand-served chocolate truffles, entirely free. This isn't advertised on the menu or in any official brochure. The staff simply bring them when requested, a tradition whispered among Mariner Society regulars and passed along in cruise forums. The ritual is simple. Ask your steward and a plate of rich truffles appears. No charge and no fanfare. Viking Ocean Cruises takes a different approach. Every lunch and dinner, house beer and wine are included for all guests with no extra fee or drink package required. The policy is consistent across their global itineraries, quietly adding value to every meal. It is a detail that often slips past first-time travelers scanning the fine print. On Celebrity's Edge and Apex, booking an Aqua-class stateroom brings unlimited access to the Sea Thermal Suite. This spa complex, usually priced at over $200 for a week, features saunas, hydrotherapy pools, and relaxation rooms. For Aqua-class guests, it is bundled in and available every day without a single extra charge. These hidden upgrades prove that a little curiosity or a well-timed question can unlock a richer cruise experience. A closer look at spa category cabins reveals a calculation that quietly favors those who do the math. On ships like Celebrity Edge, Norwegian Escape, and Holland America's Koningsdam, the spa cabin premium often seems like a splurge at first glance. But compare it to the cost of buying daily access to the thermal suite, and the numbers tell a different story. Standalone passes to these spa complexes typically run between $30 and $50 per person per day. For a couple on a 7-night cruise, that adds up quickly, about $420 to $700 just for thermal suite access. Now consider a couple choosing a spa category stateroom. The premium for these cabins often lands around $200 to $300 above a standard balcony for the week. Since unlimited thermal suite entry is bundled in, the couple sidesteps the daily fee entirely. Over 7 nights, 2 people might save roughly $400 compared to buying passes separately. Booking engines report that only about 6% of passengers select spa cabins, suggesting many travelers overlook this built-in value. For those who prioritize wellness or simply want a quieter retreat, the bundled access can quietly transform the economics of an upgraded cabin. The savings are real if you know where to look. A couple booking their Holland America cruise through the online portal noticed a small but meaningful detail. The daily gratuity was set to rise from $17 to $18 per person starting June 1, 2026. By pre-paying their gratuities before that date, they locked in the lower rate for their entire 2-week sailing, saving $28 without any extra effort. This simple move, confirmed by the line's reservation system, is one of the few ways to sidestep the steady climb of onboard costs, especially as service charges across Carnival, Princess, and Holland America quietly inch upward to 20% on all purchases. In the main dining room, another overlooked saving waits at lunchtime. On sea days, the main dining room opens for a full, table-served lunch at no extra charge. Yet, occupancy data shows only 38% of seats are filled, compared to 70% in the buffet. The dining room manager confirms that most guests miss out, choosing the crowded buffet by habit. For those who know, the main dining room offers a quieter setting, a broader menu, and attentive service, all included in the fare. Small choices like these add up, turning routine sailings into richer, more comfortable experiences. Long after the last show ends and the pool deck empties, the heart of the ship keeps beating. More than 100 crew members remain on duty through the night, each with a precise role. In the bakery, flour dust hangs in the air as the night shift prepares for the morning rush. The lead baker oversees a team that will shape, proof, and bake over 5,000 croissants and 3,000 pain au chocolat before dawn. Every tray is counted, every batch timed to the minute, ensuring breakfast pastries are warm and fresh for the earliest risers. Down silent hallways, ashoes, housekeeping teams work in pairs, quietly refreshing public spaces and guest corridors. Carpets are shampooed, glass is polished, and every surface is checked before sunrise. Security staff patrol the decks, their routines mapped out to cover every corner of the vessel. The night supervisor coordinates these overlapping shifts, keeping a careful tally of progress. While most passengers sleep, the ship is a hive of quiet industry, each task completed with the next day's comfort in mind. The result is an effortless morning for guests, made possible by a production line that never pauses. High above the sleeping decks, the bridge glows with quiet purpose through the night. Here, responsibility never shifts to autopilot. 3 licensed officers stand watch at all times, each rotation lasting 4 hours before the next team relieves them. This round-the-clock presence is not just tradition, it is a safety requirement, detailed in the International SOLAS Code that governs all major passenger ships. Navigation, weather monitoring, and collision avoidance continue without pause. The senior officer on duty keeps a log of every course adjustment, engine order, and radio call, while the junior officers track radar contacts and run regular position checks. Even in open ocean, the bridge team remains alert for sudden squalls, drifting vessels, or the faintest sign of trouble. Their vigilance is supported by a network of alarms and redundant systems, but the human element, the judgment and experience that comes from years at sea, anchors every decision. For passengers, this invisible watch means the ship's course is steady, safe, and always under expert control. Today's cruise ships remain marvels of hidden engineering and quiet generosity. For travelers who look beneath the surface, each voyage offers more than meets the eye, often at no extra cost. Understanding these invisible systems unlocks a richer journey. Subscribe for more insights into the world behind the waterline.